Yeah.
The Beamer 1300 GSA isn't a bike you'd typically associate with trials training. It's a reminder that with the right guidance and mindset, you can push both yourself and your bike further than you thought possible. Today's all about challenging myself and hitting some milestones I honestly couldn't have imagined on a bike like the BMW 1300 GSA.
Oh, Dave, the barrel. It's high, about high as the top of the screen.
The reality is, big adventure bikes weighing over 200 kilograms are a dominant feature of the Australian motorcycle landscape. The golden path to improving riding skills on these big bikes is to master slow.
Good. Dave Wilson, so pleased to be back here and saying hello.
Well, it's great to see you back here too. We're going to have a bit of fun today.
I'm back at Bilpin Moto Adventures to meet up with the trials whisperer himself, Dave Wilson. Let me tell you, every single time I spend a few hours with Dave, I walk away, or should I say ride away, a better, more confident rider. This guy knows his stuff, and I'm putting it all to the test today.
Now.
We're starting with the fundamentals. Dave always emphasises that even the simplest exercises can have a massive impact on your control and confidence as a rider. It's about mastering the basics before stepping into the extreme with this beast, the 1300 GSA. I'll leave a longer edit at the end of this video for those riders that want to know more about these exercises.
All right, Dave, what's going on?
Well, we're going to go across a bank of these tyres which are trapped within logs.
Yeah.
To stop the tyres moving from side to side.
Right.
But it gives you that undulating feeling and control and little micro movements which you need to stay in control, which helps you as we go a little bit higher to make them little decisions a lot quicker instead of delayed, so it could stop a fall. It's sort of good to check out the suspension of the bike as we do this.
Yeah.
As well as that, it'll give you the long, like, you know, the axle distance and the space. It's a bit like the sleepers, except you've got an actual obstacle to go through.
Yeah.
And because some of them got tyres in them, some of them are just soft, some of them are rough, some of them are smooth. It's all over the place. It's made to put you off kilt a little bit. So if you end up being off kilt later on,
bail out.
We've got control. Or bail out. Yeah,
bail out.
That's right.
All right, this one's interesting. It reminds me of an extreme enduro course. I don't know, I might be exaggerating a bit.
Elbows up, and we're going for it. Keep it going.
Oh, fuck! That's good. See, the crash bars worked.
It worked. It's lovely. It worked.
God,
well.
it stopped me dead. I think that's because I backed off.
Yeah, you just started to back off a little bit. Everything was working well. It's the same tyre as before up there. That's what happened.
All right.
Pick up point. Oh, it's not so bad to pick up.
It's not bad, is it?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Stays.
Again?
Yeah.
Probably you lost a little bit of momentum. You backed off a little bit. Your weight was a bit forward.
And down she
You
went.
needed to be back, and it just grabbed onto the tyre.
Yeah.
It's not an easy obstacle. It just looks like
No.
a bunch of tyres, but there's a lot of stuff going on in there.
I think the difference, you got a 19-inch front wheel on that,
exactly right.
as opposed to a 21, and I think...
The rolling diameter wasn't just keeping you out of the tyres.
No, that, yeah, I don't know. We'll look back at that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that. It'd be interesting.
Look, I think if you're going to do it, you nearly have to run along the side.
Yeah. No, it drops into those
Yeah, it
holes.
just pulls you in, yeah.
Yeah, the first couple were fine.
Yeah. The momentum thing.
You
It
reckon?
definitely was. But the thing is, you got to
You reckon
keep
if
them...
I kept the momentum up, I'd make it?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I'll have to give it another go then.
I reckon you'll be right, but you weight up the back a little bit.
Yeah.
And just keep your head up and keep them elbows open.
All right. She's got more faith in me than I have.
Okay, we just got to have momentum. Lean back a little bit, elbows up, and just keep Keep it going, 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 keep it going.
I made it! That was rough as guts, but...
Oh mate, that was, it's the first BMW going through my tyres there. And it looked
You didn't tell me that business.
But you're right, I think most of the bikes coming through here would have a 21-inch wheel, which gives you the rolling diameter to keep you out of, or getting stuck in the centre.
Looked as rough as guts there at the end, but I don't know if I could do it again, if I'd...
Well, I don't know if we need to do it again. It's more of a micro decision-making exercise.
I made some micro decisions then. I was dreading that one.
I could hear that doubt in your voice, but you got through, which is good enough.
Fuck, I made it! All right, Dave, talk to me.
So what we're going to do, we're going to come in, de-weight the bike a little bit with more power than usual because it's a bit of a higher obstacle.
Yeah.
We're going to get on top of the obstacle, then we're going to veer to the right.
Right.
So in the tyres before, we had to make all these micro decisions. This is where it really counts. That's why we had the tyres before. So it's up, keep your balance, make yourself nice and smooth, and just fade to the right, and you'll just comfortably do it. So you need to get the front wheel up a bit high this time so you can clear the front.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Go.
Whoa! Didn't put enough in it, Dave.
Okay. I'll get you up there.
All right, I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll bring it back.
No, you've got it.
I've got it. Looking up, looking up. Dave, the trials whisperer. It's a great coach. Just didn't give it enough oomph. Oh yes!
What a beauty.
Yes!
Well done.
That's the way!
That's good, that's good.
Hey! Woo! The trials whisperer, he's done it again! Dave!
Well, I tell you
Let
what.
me shake your hand. Thank you so much. Whoa! I'm too excited.
Well done, that was nice. Poetry in motion.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It felt so sweet.
Yeah, it was lovely. And look at the size of it. And you know what? Paddock, smaller stuff, working our way up, and all of a sudden these things just aren't as tall as what they feel.
Mate, I looked at this. This was my nemesis from last time, you know, with the bike getting hooked up. I just had to come back, and she's done it.
And it's put itself into alarm mode. The lights are flashing
the lights
off and
are
on
flashing. It shit itself.
That's right. It's telling us we're not allowed to do this, and we're doing it.
Dave, you're not allowed to do that, but hey, I'll give you a wink and a nod, Dave.
That's right.
You can do it.
Well done.
Oh, Dave, I'm so happy. I was dreaming about doing this. That was so sweet. I think I'm going to walk away now.
Absolutely. That's
that was
as good
sweet
as it gets, I reckon.
I can't believe how much my skill has lifted in these couple of hours. Like, this is what, I don't think we've been going 3 hours.
No, that's right. That's right.
Mate, you're an absolute expert at what you do. Like, you know, to get me doing that stuff. But I guess the point is that many people come, you don't need to do this shit to learn a heap. You know,
No,
in
that's
that
right.
paddock,
Yeah.
doing the cones, you get that right.
Well, the thing is, this is extreme,
Yeah.
and really we're showing the punters or the adventure riders
Yeah.
that they don't have to do this, but the bike has the capability to do it.
Yeah.
So sure, like, you're not going to find this sort of obstacle out in the paddock or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's good to actually know it can do it and
Yeah.
actually watch someone do it. So you go, okay, I've spent all my money on these things. They're great things. They can do that if I need to, but they can do everyday stuff at the same time.
But you know what? You've got to go out and get some lessons
That's right.
and
yeah.
practice the small stuff. To go
Yeah.
fast, you've got to go slow.
That's right. That's exactly right, Dave, and that's what I say to everyone. You've got to learn the slow speed stuff before you can adapt into the fast speed,
Yeah.
and then you can adapt on the obstacles in between there somewhere.
Oh. Oh, Dave, the barrel.
Yeah,
the barrel.
Back to the barrel. Yeah.
Going. There's the revision height.
Or even the top of the screen. It's pretty close to
It's
the top
high.
of the
It's high,
screen.
about high as the top of the screen.
That's right.
All right, Trials Whisperer, give me a refresh.
Well, this one, it's much the same as what we're doing, and we're just working our way up from a low to a high.
Yeah.
It's got a good run-in point,
Yeah.
and the trick is we're using body weight and bike weight again. And
lift.
That's right. And you're sort of getting over, it's probably not the hardest part. Getting off it's the hardest part.
Yeah.
So you've got all this weight and you going down. We're not going to do the second barrel. We're just doing one barrel. And then we've just got to stop, try to prop for that second,
Yes.
and then ride away. And
Right.
that means you've got pretty
Full
well
control.
total control of it.
All right. Well, the big girl has surprised me today. How about the centre stand doesn't flop down like before? So this is a
No,
big
that's right.
improvement.
Well,
isn't
it is. Well, the first,
Yeah.
well, the 1250
Yeah.
on the obstacles over in the paddock there, it was flopping around a little bit. This one
Yeah.
is quite good. It's got very strong spring. Actually, I didn't see it move at all.
No.
And I think that was detrimental to that last one we
Yeah,
did.
last time I got hooked
Nothing,
up.
Yeah, it was hooked
No.
up because it went down. So that's a vast improvement.
It's funny how you find these improvements out in different ways. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this today. Like, I haven't heard that bang or clatter or anything. It's a great improvement. That
And the
centre
thing
stand.
is, when they do bang and clam, it sort of put you off.
It
You're not
does.
quite sure
Yeah.
what it is, and it could be as
Yeah.
simple as that, but it's going to put you off the whole ride. You
Yeah.
know?
All right, Dave, the Trials Whisperer. Here we go. The big cable drum.
Yep, the cable drum. We
You
just
know-
got to centralise ourselves because we've got these big
The
crash bar,
physicality.
and they are a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
The physicality puts you off. Like, as you say, mind over matter, focus on the job, look ahead.
That's right.
Remember everything you've taught me.
Everything we've done gets us to this,
this
point.
point, yeah.
And when this point's happening,
Yeah.
we don't award it or reward ourselves until it's over.
over. Yeah.
So we get over the obstacle, then it's party time. Like, it's
Yeah.
time to say, okay, well,
Yeah.
you know what? This is probably what not a lot of people can or
Yeah.
want to do, but this machine's capable
Full of
of
doing
it.
it. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get on with it.
Approach.
Yep.
I'm just going to be off to the side and just make
Reminding me.
that
Yep.
remind you of the body movements. Actually, de-weight, a little bit of power, not too much because you're just going to light up, and then lean forward a little bit as you're going
Go
over,
over,
and
yep.
that'll drop the front back
And
down.
then get on those brakes nice and slow, gently.
Yeah, and then try
pull
to
up,
prop for a
prop up.
second,
Yeah.
and then move on.
Maintain control because it's quite steep.
That's right. And the bike's quite wide, so you'll have to go right in the middle of it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to
Or I'll end up
achieve it.
doing the three of them.
That's it. That's right. A little bit more smoother. So it's down, straight up. Yeah, that's nice.
Still,
That's nice.
I'm rushing it.
It's better. Just relax. Just relax.
Yeah, I'm overthinking it though.
Yeah.
Oh, locking rear brakes. That's a no-no. That's better.
Now, if you're interested in some coaching from Dave Wilson, he has a range of experiences on offer, including trials courses, adventure courses, events and functions, and he's got accommodation. Dave's training packages cater for adults and children 12 years and older, including those who've never ridden before.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you.
Pleasure, mate.
Thanks.
Well done, that last one.
Woo!
Nicely done.
When we meet next time, we take a very close look at the BMW 1300R GSA Rally X through the lens of someone who has spent a good deal of time on the 1300 GS Trophy. The question that needs to be answered, what would I buy? Lots to talk about. Until then, as Nugget would say, keep your filters clean and your throttles on. Now, for those interested in more detail on those simple trials exercises that lift your riding skills, just stick around and they'll pop up in a moment.
Just smooth yourself out a little bit. Just get yourself comfortable with what's going on.
Yep.
By moving your body around. I just want to see you overdo the body movements to do the bike turning and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, which way, Dave? That way? Doesn't.
Have you had a favourite way?
No, I don't think. I think I have a favourite leaning. I think.
Okay, we'll just go around. Well, whichever way you like. Really.
Feeling a bit dorky, Dave, at the moment.
Well, you know, it's just warming up time, really. That's why we have these exercises.
Yeah.
What we need to do, and so you can understand on these things, or any sort of adventure bike, we need to actually turn our whole body. Otherwise, we've got a dead spot.
Yeah.
The dead spot is turn, follow. See that? Turn,
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah.
What we need to do is use our shoulders, and that creates the handlebar movement. And then all of a sudden, your whole body's starting to turn, and that's what we want.
Yeah.
Sure, it's no good for high speeds, but it's great for slow speeds.
It is, yeah.
So, if we use our figure eight, and obviously we're always good to pick a bit of a spot to turn to. As we go around here,
Yep.
we're looking at that.
Yep.
Then we're going to go up around that tyre. You're looking at the orange part of the wheel.
Right.
That way it'll pull you around.
Yep.
And get this peripheral vision really going.
Right.
Now, I know this is a warm-up stage, so
That's
we're
good.
going to make it easy. And as we go, I can bring the tones in a little bit. Outside elbow up in the air. That's it. Up around the rubber.
God, he's moving them in already. We're going to try to find out exactly where the front wheel is. We've done this before. You probably don't have to do it too much, but it's a different bike or a new bike, so it's good to get the relationship between the hips and the front wheel without looking down at it. And we're just going to glide over it and sing out now when you touch it. The second lot of exercises are you just de-weight the bike. I know it's a big bike and you sort of think, well, how am I going to de-weight these things? They still do. Like if there's 100 odd kilos or 80 to 100 kilo on top of a bike, if you're taking your weight off it, you're not going to feel that with your front end as much. And then we go into introducing a little bit of power. So we go down, and as we come up we introduce a bit of power, and that'll give you enough force just to get over that log in the fire trail and take control of it. Sure, you might be able to mow straight over something, but we don't do that anymore. We just want to go through and just de-weight it a little bit. We're not getting air, we're just going over something comfortably and safe. That's our objective. Yep. Now. Now.
Now that you picked up where your front wheel is, which is pretty close to where that is anyway, which is great, we're going to start de-weighting the front a little bit.
Yep.
Just 2 laps, just de-weight it, just have a bit of a feel. We're not using any power.
And we're not lifting the front, we're just de-weighting.
That's right, we're just de-weighting,
yep.
just to show you how much you can use the weight of the bike and you to get over something. But de-weight the front and it'll just roll over the top. And I want you to jam on the rear brake.
Yep.
And I want you to just slide as much as you
yep.
can. If you're in a bit of strife, just let your foot off the brake and it'll straighten itself.
Yep.
But really, I want you to have a bit of fun with it.
Yep.
And then the more you move your body around, the more movement the bike should have. And it's just to be comfortable on a big bike going sideways.
Alrighty.
So, the whole idea of this exercise is the sleepers are situated right on axle distance.
Right.
So, in other words, it's going to go over like this. So if your body's not in cue with the bike,
yep.
it's going to feel awkward.
Yep.
You don't want to introduce too much power because, you know, you could get yourself a bit of trouble in there, and you don't want to be stuck in there. It's not much fun to get out because you've got to get yourself over. So it's not so much about the momentum. It's on the big girls, you've got to actually use a bit of clutch just to keep it nice and smooth all the way.
Yep.
But it's all about you starting to use your body.
Yep.
So when you come up to the object, you're de-weighting the bike like we did over in the paddock.
Yeah.
Just the back end will follow.
Yep.
If you want to start on the easier side, it's on the right, or you can go straight up the middle, which is a little bit steeper.
All right, let's go straight up the gut. Test my technique. Yeah. Needs a bit more work, I think.
Just right up the middle.
Straight up the middle.
That's it.
Lost a bit of control, but
yeah, that was okay.
okay?
Yeah, that was okay. One more.
I think they look all right.
Yeah, that last one was real nice. You're going okay anyway. You just started fading to one side.
Yeah, I noticed just there.
Yeah.
I say it on the microphone.
Oh, right.
I've lost control. Dave will. All right, now I'm going to try to go slow on it. I'll give myself a slow rate.
That's it. Give yourself a slow one.
One more.
The lack of momentum. That's pretty good. Use that body a little bit. No, that's nice. All the way.
One, two, 3, 4.
Whoa, that'll do. Well balanced. But see, that stability comes when you just take your time to put your feet down. We don't have to rush it. Well done. I thought at the slower pace without that momentum you were going to fall off, but you just all the way through, you started moving your body around. Disco Davey thing was going on. You were just moving, and that's what saved you.
The stability of this bike at slow speed is quite surprising. Like everyone, like they see the photographs of it, it looks like a behemoth. It doesn't in real life. Doesn't look nearly as big. It is big. It's 269 kilos.
For sure.
But that weight, most of it's low, particularly when you've got fuel out. Like we're sitting at, I don't know, 15, 18 litres now.
Yeah,
So it's low. And it does respond, doesn't it? It's responding to my inputs.
Well, see, I took it for a ride when you first got here, and I found, when I first looked at it, I'm going, oh, it's a monster. And then I got on it and I did a little bit of grass track up there and I did a couple of tight turns. You forget about the bike. The only thing I could see, and I know you look at the silver, I look at the blue. I see the blue, then after a while you're actually looking forward where you should be, and the bike disappears.
Now, it's a funny thing with that, Dave. When I'm riding along there, I didn't see any blue.
Well, there you go.
I got my head up. There's no blue.
Right. Well, that's the perfect one. Well, the peripheral will pick up everything down here, but if you've got your head up and you've got something to go to, that's what we should be looking at anyway.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, out again. I'll try again. This is my nemesis, this one. I've got to sort this. This is the thing, you know, you just got to practice and practice these things. Oh yeah, I'm happy with that. Yes, I'm happy with that. That felt good.
Really started, that's right, it's really starting, the timing's just...
Yeah.
Like you don't feel the bump.
No.
The timing's right. And you got to the stage of that last one, sure, it's a pretty big high thing, but you went through that like as if it wasn't there, and that's what we're aiming
at. I might just do another couple just to knock it.
Yeah. That one's really important. You can work your way across, you know, on the right it's a bit lower, and work your way to the height.
Oh no, just bang into it.
Right, get into it. And I just get right, overdo your body movements.
Yes.
Down and up.
Yes.
Down and up, and you'll find.
Yeah.
While you're doing all that sort of stuff, the bike's doing.
It's interesting what you said. Like what I listened to really intently was the business of, was just before that, the second before that back wheel, you should be lifting. Yes. It's making a difference.
On these things, we've got to know how to pick them up once they're on the deck.
So here we are. I've given it my all day, and we come to the thing that everyone wants to know: how do you pick it up?
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So, sorry, Beamer. This is the first time since I've had this. I just want this to be recorded. The first time the bars have hit the ground.
Okay.
So
I think it's a good idea to make sure you're in gear, so the thing doesn't roll away.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Otherwise, it can roll and fall at the same time.
All right.
So you're just going to let it go down. That's it. So the angle's quite good.
Now, if you had to pick this up or a T7 lane flat, what are you going to pick?
Well, you're going to go, this is already halfway up.
It's halfway up, isn't it?
That's right.
All right. So my way of doing this normally is I try to grab this one.
Yeah, and just walk backwards.
And that's how I get it up. And then just put the stand up.
Yeah, that's it.
Now that's my next Beamer. And I've talked about that before. That needs a little bit more of a knob on it. But that's pretty effortless. It's not a big deal.
And I think, like, if you fall over to the other side, it's going to be a lot better because you'll be able to put your side stand down to start off with, so you don't over topple it.
Okay, well let's do that just for the sake of it. Here we go.
Lay it down.
So that's it.
Okay, again, approach angle, like it's pretty good. I think this is going to be easier to pick up than like the T7.
So look at that, I can make it a little bit lower.
Yeah.
That gives me, that makes it lower actually. That heightens it a bit. All right, so some people grab the handlebar
and the rear rack and just walk into it.
And just walk into it like that.
Keep going.
Keep going. And you know the stand's up.
And your rider's range.
I don't even think I grunted then.
Well, that's a perfect way to pick up a motorcycle. You're not always going to drop it on the right-hand side.
No.
But on the left-hand side, it's got to be where you don't over-enthusiastic push.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well done.
All right.
It did everything. It did everything we required it and above today, Dave.
You know,